Triangle of Terror. Ships, planes, and international personalities disappeared there. A water spot that occupied the entire world, and its name was associated with the most terrible events. The truth about the terrifying Bermuda, the most dangerous place on this planet. The legend of the Bermuda Triangle is a name in which there is enough horror to spread terror in the entire world. After all the tragic events he caused, it became smart to avoid him, whatever the reasons and conditions to survive. Our topic today is the Bermuda Triangle mystery. Bring a cup of tea or your favorite drink and let's get started. This triangle is located in the western Atlantic Ocean and borders the southeastern coasts of Florida in America, Puerto Rico, and the British Bermuda Islands. As for calling it by these different names, which are associated with death and fear, it is due to allegations of the occurrence of many mysterious incidents. The disappearance of ships in the Bermuda Triangle. A legend of the Bermuda Triangle began with the disappearance of ships, where in the year 1850 about 50 ships disappeared in or near the Bermuda Triangle, and where most of the ships belonged to the United States of America. In moments of danger, some of the captains of these ships were able to send messages, but most of these messages were incomprehensible and opaque, no one can solve. In December 1945, 5 American naval bombers took off near the triangle, so that the pilots of the flight were surprised that the compasses of their planes failed at the same time. But they were able to contact the control towers and the specialists to follow the flight, so that the commander shouted and said, "We cannot control our plane, and there is something else that leads us to an unknown location." Aircraft after that without finding a trace. And in the year 1960, the authors of this letter are tourists from Miami who set out with their boat on a fishing and recreation trip. But when they approached the triangle, their boat broke down. But the message was unclear to the rescuers, who received it with astonishment. One of the tourists said, "Our boat broke down, and we think we saw something strange that we cannot describe." Upon the arrival of the rescuers, they found no trace of the ship or the tourists. And the third message was the Japanese ship Reigo Kamaru when it sailed inside Bermuda. Its crew's last words were, "Come quickly. We have no escape that cuts our souls." Among the other ships that disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle, the Mary Celeste, an American merchant ship, and that was in the year 1872, as the ship was sailing from New York to Genoa and then disappeared, until later it was found off the coast of Africa without any member of the crew on board. The phenomenon of the disappearance of planes in the Bermuda Triangle of Flight 19 began on December 5, 1945, when on that day, at 2:10 p.m., 5 American warplanes left their base in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, USA. The training flight was routine, and the flight conditions were excellent. At 3:45 a.m., the leader of 19 Squadron sent the following message to the base. "Commander Charles Taylor calls out to the base. Answer quickly. We are lost. I cannot see the ground. I repeat, I cannot see the ground. It is difficult to know exactly where we are. I think we are lost. Everything is confused. It is very strange. We do not know our location and where we are. Even the surroundings seem strange." Then the means of communication between the squadron and the base were cut off. The planes that disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle. Dakota NC 16002 disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle while en route from San Juan, Puerto Rico, to Miami on December 28, 1948. A plane 680 disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle. And you, my friend, what do you think of everything you saw? Are they the aliens, or is it another mystery? There are many proposed theories that have tried to explain the reality of the Bermuda Triangle and the strange events that seem to abound in the Bermuda Triangle. Some alternative hypotheses include aliens, the lost continent of Atlantis, sea monsters, time bends, and reverse gravitational fields. Other researchers have also suggested magnetic anomalies or massive methane eruptions from the ocean floor. The end. Thanks for watching. Don't forget subscribe.